In the last video, we had an overview of the report screen, and now we're going to take a look at how to customize reports and how to create new reports. So we're still on the simple report that we looked at a moment ago, and we're seeing all 184 clients in it. Let's take a look at what happens if we click the Customize button. If we click the Customize button, we basically see three different report types that we can select from. We're not going to go through the summary report or the matrix report in this training because they mostly apply to more advanced features that you probably don't need. The tabular report is the main one you're going to be using, and it's the one we've seen as these reports were generated. If we there's four tabs to choose from when we customize. First is the columns report, and basically the simple report we created has these columns in it. If we decided that we wanted to add the address to this simple report, we basically could click on the mailing street, hold the control key down, click on the mailing city, the mailing state, the mailing zip, add them to the report, and basically save the report. And when we do, we're going to see that no longer does it have just that little bit of information, but it's got the mailing information as well for all 184 contacts. However, we realize that all of our contacts may not have addresses in them. So we decide to customize the report even further, since it's now basically a mailing report, and we're basically going to add some additional criteria to the report to make sure that we see only the things we want. Right now, we're going to talk about all of the stuff on this in a moment, but let's start with the advanced filters. Basically, if I want to only include people who have a mailing street in their address, I choose mailing street and I say it's not empty, and very similar to what we did for contacts. And so if I now realize that I've changed the report significantly and it's no longer a simple report, I can save it as a new report by giving it a new name, and I could call it my mailing list report. And for the description, only contacts with street addresses. And when I do that and save it, basically the report will display, and I now have only 152 out of the 184 contacts because the rest of them didn't have street addresses in them. And now that the report is displayed, I could decide that I want to view it by mailing zip code, and it puts it in zip code order. Interestingly enough, I see that one of the contacts did have a street address of none given, so they came out on the report even though they really didn't have an address. But at this point, I could export the list or create a PDF of it if I want to print it out. And so that's basically how to customize a report. Let's look at the same features that we've just seen as we create a new report. It's basically, since I'm using the free edition, I can only have 5 custom reports. I don't want to upgrade right now. I'm going to basically go back to my report screen, and I'm going to look at my custom reports and realize that I've exceeded my limit. So I'm going to talk about one of the other features, which is deleting reports that we don't use. So if I want to delete my test report, I simply delete it. It's one of my custom reports. And if I want to delete my Mesa client report, I delete it. And then my mailing list was also a custom report, so I delete it. So now I don't have I have only my simple report and my walk-in clients are my only custom reports. So now if I click Create Report, I will be able to create a new report. I want to create the report for the contacts and click Continue. And then I see the display I saw earlier. My report type, tabular report. The columns I want on the report would be basically whatever I want to include. Maybe what I'm going to do is get myself a report just of my walk-in clients. So I don't want much information about them. I want the contact name, I want the email address, I want the phone number, and I might, because I don't know which phone number I actually put in, I'll select those fields as the fields I want in the report. Then if I scroll down, rather click the criteria area tab, then I basically choose what criteria I want for this. And since I'm looking for only walk-in clients, one of my fields is my walk-in store. And if I want to choose is not empty, only clients who are walk-in clients would have something in the walk-in store field. So that's the only criteria I need. I save this report. It's going to ask me for a name for the report. So I'll call this New Walk-in Client Report. I save the report, and in a moment I actually see the report. There's 46 that come up, because those would be the only ones that had the walk-in store not blank. Again, I can sort it in whatever order I want. I can export it as I want. And so that covers both. We've seen in this video how to customize existing reports and how to create new reports. And that concludes the report section of the training.